Today I'm going to do a little video about the history of the company Saseini. Hopefully it'll be informative. I have some notes here so I don't forget what I'm saying. So there are three periods in Saseini's history: the pre-transition, the transition, and the post-transition. The pre-transition took place in 1919 to 1979. These are the most collectible pipes. They're very high quality. The transition was 1979 to 1986. These are still high quality pipes. They're not quite as collectible as the pre-transition, but they're still nice pipes. And then we have the post-transition, which took place in 1986 to today. These are lesser quality pipes, mid-range price. They don't have the quality briar as the old ones do, though they still can smoke good. So the Saseini company came about. Joel Sasieni founded it. He apprenticed at Sheraton and then became a factory manager at Dunhill. But he wasn't satisfied. He left Dunhill and opened his own factory in 1919, and it burnt down. This didn't deter him. He rebuilt it and started making very nice quality pipes. He used century-old briar, and he used an air dry method along with an oven dry method. He oven dried them for 6 weeks, and this resulted in a very dry smoking pipe. They needed a logo for this new pipe, so they started out with a single blue dot on the top of the stem of the pipe. This happened in 1919. It was very similar to Dunhill's white dot, and so similar, in fact, that in 1922 Dunhill sued them. So Dunhill won the case in the United States. Saseini wasn't allowed to use the white or the blue dot in the United States on the market. However, in Europe, patent laws aren't as stringent, so Saseini was allowed to keep the white dot logo, and they continued it until 1960s. So the one dot in the United States ceased in the 20s after the lawsuit, and then Saseini needed a new logo for on the stem. So they moved the dot to the side of the stem of the pipe, hoping that would be different enough from the Dunhill that they could get by with it in the patent office. But they told them no, they couldn't. They still couldn't use it. So then they used 2 dots, one on each side of the stem, and used that for a very short period. And they used a blue bar for a short period of time in the 20s for labeling their pipes. A pipe to look out for made in the 20s is a Saseini stamped with specially selected by Saseini. These pipes were selected by Saseini in the factory. He would go through and select specially, grain bowls or high quality bowls, and they would stamp them as such. Then in 1924, Joel Sasieni came up with a design that he liked, the Saseini 4-dot. These pipes are identified by their fish Saseini stamp. You can see on the stem of the pipe where it's stamped Saseini, it looks like a fish. And most of them have a patent number. starting with 15. On my pipe that comes from this time period, this patent number is actually stamped in the vulcanite, not in the briar. So that kind of threw me off because I wasn't expecting to see it there. In 1935, Saseini started stamping their pipes with English town names based on the shape of the pipe. So a certain pipe, like a bulldog, would be called some English town name, London or whatever. An 8-dot pipe, 4 blue dots on each side, was introduced in the late 20s. They were made of the same briar, same quality, but they costed more than the 4 dots. Because of this, that's made them a more desirable pipe in the modern day market. These 8 dots were discontinued around 1940 when World War II was going on. Unfortunately, Joel Saseini died in 1946, and his son Alfred took control of the company. The first thing Alfred did was change the stamp. Instead of the florid fish stamping of Saseini, he used a simpler Saseini stamp, and he added the stamping of 4-dot, spelled out F-O-U-R, to the stem of the pipe. The diameter of the 4 dots were also enlarged. In the 1960s, pipes that were not good enough quality to become 4 dots, but were still high quality, were stamped 2-dot pipes. This was rare because Saseini would normally send pipes that weren't fit to be 4 dots into their second line. Example being Old England or something like that. So these 2-dot pipes became quite rare and actually can sell for more than a 4-dot pipe of the same shape and style from the same time period as the 4s. In 1979, Alfred sold Saseini, but he stayed on as a partner. He worked with them, and this started the transition period of Saseini. The shank stampings and dots were enlarged again, and the town names were removed from the pipes. These pipes were still high quality and still smoke very well. They're just not as collectible as the pre-transition period. The company started producing a bunch of different variations, limited edition pipes. They produced a 6, an 8, and a 10-dot pipe. That would be 3 on each side, and then 4 on each side, and then 5 on each side of the stem. And they started using lucite stems compared to their vulcanite. Alfred was under the impression that only vulcanite could be used for pipe stems. It was the only way to go. So when Saseini started bringing out all these variations on his family pipe, and start to not listen to him about they should use vulcanite instead of this lucite, he quit. So Alfred quit, and the company went on a little longer, and eventually the owner sold the company again in 1986, and this starts the post-transition period of Saseini. The new owners, instead of focusing on the high-quality pipes in the past that they were producing, they focused on more the mid-price range pipes, $50 to $100 pipes, and they eliminated all of their second lines. So what this did was every pipe that they were making that was fit to be a pipe was stamped 4-dot. So this lowered the quality of all the 4 dots across the company. That's why they're, not a good quality pipe. I mean, they can still smoke okay. They might have some putty or, some flaws in them that you can notice. Whereas before, you would never see a flaw in a 4-dot Sasieni. The pipes made after 1986 are identifiable by their 2-line stampings, whereas pipes before that period were stamped in 3 lines. And let me turn the page here. Around 1987, the company started spelling, instead of doing their spelled out 4-dot stamping, they shortened it to the number 4 dot. That's pretty much the main way that you can tell the good pipes from the not so good pipes. I mean, if you get a new Saseini, I'm sure that it will smoke great. It's just the company's quality standard levels might not be the same as they used to be. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you might learn something. I know I did doing the research. I got most of my information from Pipehil and Stephan Smiths wrote an article connecting the dots, concise history of the Saseini pipe. You can find it on Pipepedia. Really good article, and Pipehil had really good stuff too. Actually, their Saseini timeline is really cool. You should check it out. So, alright, thanks for watching, and see you soon. Take it easy.